with being brought up around bikes, I think whatever you get brought up around as a kid, chances are you're going to want to do that as a hobby or a profession, as it turned out for me. So, yeah, all I ever knew I wanted to do was race bikes from a very early age. Yeah. I was pretty focused and motivated and sort of confident that I would win the TT. It took me 3 or 4 years to learn it, which it does kind of most people, really. It's a lot of laps around there to truly get sort of dialed into to know how fast you can go in a lot of the sections. But yeah, it was a special feeling winning my first TT. Yeah, it was good. But my career path took me to Superbike, and I just ended up buying my own bike from the money I'd made, I guess, with Honda in the sort of early 90s, 91, 1990, and spent it on buying a Ducati, which you could buy. Ducati came as a race bike. At the second round at Donington Park, which is a real rider's circuit, I won against all the odds, against all the factory teams. I think I'm probably the last person ever to win as a privateer a World Championship race. And that really kind of propelled me in front of the factories and the teams and stuff for Superbike in 93, and I signed my first contract then in 93 with the factory Ducati team, and I guess the rest is history, as they say, really. It was a bit of a battle all year, that year, 94, which ultimately led it down to the last race of the year, the other side of the world in Australia, when I was just a few points in the lead, and I knew what I had to do, and it was just a flood of tears and emotion. The relief of finally winning that first world title, when I'd come close in 93 and should have won it in 93, but to finally do it in 94, the last race of the year, the other side of the world, all TV and stuff, and even Barry Sheene was there kind of trying to interview me, and I was pushing him out of the way, trying to get to my wife and just embrace her and stuff. It was, yeah, really emotional, a lot of relief for finally winning that world championship. The first one was special. Yeah. Barry Sheene had said to me, he said, now you've won, there's only one way to go now, that's to be beaten. I went, I don't like the sound of that, I'm not going to be beaten. And yeah, so in 95, it was the second year of the new bike, really, the 916, and it was just a dream to ride the bike, it really was. And I just felt more at ease, more happier, more consistent. I don't know, it just seemed an easier year to retain the title than it did to win it. I'd won it with 2 rounds to go, I think. It was a dream season. Superbikes became so big then, it really did. It just overnight, we went to Brands Hatch in 95, and 60,000 people turned up. And it was just, wow. I just remember opening the curtain of the motorhome at 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning, and the grandstand was full. I was like, whoa. And it was a red hot day. I'd never won a race of any kind at Brands Hatch, club level or anything. And yeah, I always say it was the most perfect day's racing I've ever had. I could just do anything in them races, and I won both races quite comfortably, and in front of like 60,000 people who'd never. The crowds had come back to racing since the days of Barry Sheene in the late 70s. There'd been no crowds throughout the 80s at all. They'd come to watch racing, and yeah, it was a great time. Cool Britannia and all that kind of stuff. It was it was good. It was all happening in the UK, really. Yeah, it felt good to be British.